Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy, Default Thinking, right out here in Alaska, feel like. But guess what? Hawk, come on. I wait you. I got you. Why? I don't feel nothing. I'm like my man from Hogan Hero, Schultz. I ain't feel nothing. It's cold, but I'm good. Let's do what we do. Appreciate you tuning in. Let's get busy. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. I keep it real with you. I appreciate you tuning in. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. I don't need these all right now. All right, let's rock. Right thinking mission. And that's what I'm on. I'm mad about the cold. Don't worry about the weather. And my mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to reach, to obtain right your object of right thinking, spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. Sorry about that. But my mission is to get all right thinkers to know thyself. Your goal as the right thing is to know thyself. So you know where we're going with this. Let's get there together. And I ask the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's the purpose. It's rhetorical. But if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. Back in the book, we in meditation time. But I'm about to introduce you to a concept that everybody needs to understand. Now, here we go again. I got two views for you. One is karma and reincarnation. And the other one is yoga and religion. I can tell you, I don't practice a religion, but it's a lifestyle that you live. That's what makes it a religion. What makes you religious. Okay, so let's talk about this karma thing. Everybody, I know about karma. Yeah. And then when you ask them to explain it, well, you know, but you just say you know. So let me try to explain it to you again. Karma and reincarnation. You reap what you sow. Cause and effect. It didn't start in India. It started with us. The concept that has come to be known as karma. We didn't call it karma. Known in ancient Egypt before the advent of yoga in India. In ancient Africa, it was called Iri. Just gave that lesson the other day. Iriu. Okay? And that means action, deeds. You're responsible, be they good or bad. Understand that. That's what karma means. Okay, watch this. Your action leads to something. Iri should be thought of as what? As the total effort of a person's actions and conduct, what? During the successive phases of his or her existence. Meaning, you're responsible for what you say and do. If we taught our young now, you don't need to be grown 21 years to figure that part out. You should have that already done by your teens. Being responsible for your actions. But how does this affect operate? Okay. How do the past actions affect the present and the future? Really? Okay. Since you asked the question, pay attention and listen now. If you consider your present lifetime, you will notice that what? Your actions of the past have what? Led you to where you are today in much the same way as what? A fruit tree that's planted today. Plant the seed. It's going to bear fruit, what? In a few years. So it's a process. Again, what you plant, it comes to fruition. That's what they try to explain it to you. And that's just a fact of life. You can't get around that. And once you understand it, you won't try. Most people think they get exception to the rule. God's law across the board for everybody. Trust me. And your own personal experiences from what? The present life or from your previous lifetime causes what? Unconscious impressions, meaning stuff left over from your prior life. Because if you hear it now, they didn't get it right in the prior life. So everybody here been here before. And the virgins. Okay, everybody been done. So your unconscious impressions left over will stay with the individual soul. Again, your spirit has a memory. And at the level of what? The casual body, which is the third level, when you go into the deep sleep state. Now, in the deep unconscious level, just read, okay, of the mind happens even after death. Why? The spirit don't die, the body do, but the spirit don't. So it keeps the conscious going on. And this unconscious impressions are what constitute the emerging thoughts, desires, egoistic desires, and aspirations of every individual. No exceptions. And they cause future incarnations if they're not good. Because they impel your soul to what? To continue on this journey of what? Seeking fulfillment of the physical desires and pleasures of the flesh and the ego self. So it's going to constantly keep recycling. That's what they're telling you. I'm trying to get you to understand that. I fully understand that. And I've seen it, I understand it. So I'm just trying to pass it on to you. But these impressions are not exactly what they say, like memory, but they are. Why? However, they work like memories. Why? Because, for example, if you had a fear, a phobia in your previous lifetime, I know without a doubt, my previous lifetime, I had to have been a slave. I had to be, because I hate being locked up. I hate being held down. So I know in my prior life, somewhere I had to make that happen. So I got big problems with that. So that I understand, again, from experience, I got my own experience with this one. Don't know where it come from. Don't know, but I have it. Understand it. Now, for example, if you have a fear of previous lifetime, what happened, or childhood, or your present lifetime, now you may not even remember the event that caused that, had that fear. Don't have to. But you will remember that strange feeling, what? When you're confronted with it, when you come into contact with a situation, that certain object or certain people, strange feeling you have when you come in contact. These feelings are caused what? By the unconscious impressions left over, which are coming up to the surface of the conscious mind at that time. Fully understand that. Why? I understand it because it happened. If you can have, I can teach, talk till I get blue in the face, but the experience that you have makes it all clear. So I'm speaking from my own experience. That's how I can speak clear of it. Why? I experienced it. I'm not speaking from what I read. I'm speaking from experience. And when you do that, it's just more authentic. Why? I ain't trying to do nothing but other than give you the information. That's it. But it is what? We are pretty much a conglomerate of what? Unconscious impressions, which is what is going to be judged. In what? The halls of Ma'at. Again, everything you say, do is held in the heart. So at Judgment Day, that's how they're going to judge. And that's the whole understanding. If we teach our young the consequence of their actions when they're young, and when they start experiencing, they do good, they get rewarded. They do bad, they get punished. They'll start making better decisions. Not after they done got in prison to decide, I should change my life and start following God. No, it's a little late for that. You do that to keep you from being there. I didn't, so I'm trying to express the point. That ain't where you want to find them. It's too late now. Well, not too late, but yeah, look what it took. That's what it took me. Some people never learn. Okay, but give it to our young early. Why? Let them make the decision for themselves. When the halls of Ma'at, that's at Judgment Day. And that's what's going to be determined, what? Where the soul will go, where? In the next spiritual journey. Again, the soul is on a journey in the physical body, what? To get home. If the physical body don't become conscious to enlighten itself, so put the head on the spirit so it can go home because it knows itself, it's going to be trapped in a cycle of reincarnating life. They've been saying that for thousands of years. Well, how you know? And they're like, okay, well, do you? See if you come back. But that's the concept. And the spiritual journey is always toward what? Evolution, or if it's in an ignorant person, is going to what? Devolution. also known as, you ready, the cycle of birth and death, or what we know to be reincarnation. And cause of your karma will decide you're reincarnated or not, so you're in control of that. As well as what? The experiences of heaven or hell. Again, your choice. You can't have one without the other. You can't have just hell. Just can't have heaven. For the balance, you need them both. Your choice. You can't have a choice for one thing. Christians, moving on. Where we at? Okay. Now, joining as well the experience. Now, the following segment, this is a quick breakdown of what they looked at, how you lived your life. From the ancient Egyptian instruction, a philosopher, priest, Merkura, explains this point. Try to understand this. This is going to be good. You know that you are not merciful. What? When the judge of the miserable, that means you going there already knowing you wanting some mercy. No, it don't work that way. God's always forgiving. No, don't work that way. Okay, no, when they got to do with God, when you go understand and judge for yourself, do not count on what? The passage of years. Why? Because to the gods, they consider a lifetime but an hour. And after death, man, what happens? Remains in existence. And what? His acts, his deeds, his IRE, will accumulate that he accumulated during his life here on earth. This is beautiful. Watch this. Was we said beside him. That's at Judgment Day. Karma come by and say, okay, this is yours. And depending how heavy your past is going to have to weigh that heart down. If your heart light is a feather, karma will come by and say, good job. Why? I got nothing for you. You took care of yours like you're supposed to. And watch this. You beside you. And your life in the other world is eternal. The spirit wants to go back to hang out with the other spirits in eternity. Okay? They all tell me you made a soul agreement. I hear that. I don't subscribe to some of that nonsense. But okay, according to them, you made the decision to come back here. Why? I have no idea. If I got me, hell no. I can tell you that right now. No, I know. I'm not coming back. No. Y'all, I tell God, they don't listen to you. Let them, man. I got mine. Hasta la vista, baby. When I'm here, I give you what I got. When it's over, bye-bye. Now, but he, watch this, who rides at the scales of my yacht at Judgment Day, what? Without sin. Okay? Pure heart, righteous, lived, done, and been the right way. Before the judges of the dead, what happened? He will be there as a netter. You will pass the Judgment Day, and you're going to be one of them for eternity. And if you decide to come back, I don't know whether you would do that, but that's the name of the game. What? These spirits is on loan. They want him back. God want it back. It's his. It ain't yours. He just lets you use it as a vehicle to get back to him successfully. All right. But the netters who will what? Who will walk freely, as do what? The masters of eternity. So there's a reward to living a righteous life here in this life. Nobody know. Okay, well, continue to live your life, and those who choose to follow that, they'll deal with that at their Judgment Day. I take my chances for being right, what I'm doing now, any day. It's a 50-50 shot. And I know what y'all doing ain't right. Religion, okay? So if you religious people tomorrow, well, he ain't religious, he ain't Christian, he ain't Muslim, he going to hell. Okay. Where you go? Moving on. I ain't worried about me. You shouldn't worry about me either. All right, now let me wrap this up right quick. I got two more pieces before I shut it down. But the reference we just talked about above, his acts during his life would accumulated beside him. That alludes to what? To the unconscious, ignorant impressions which are formed as a result of one's actions while they were still alive but still ignorant of them higher selves. They got to pay for that. And that price is reincarnation. How about that? Those impressions can be either positive or negative. Again, that's Maya. When you got choice, you got Maya, because that's what you're going to be judged on. Your decision making and all the choices you had in your life. Don't worry about Dick Charlie is saying your mother, father. No, they only got to do it. I can concern nothing about him. My son, you know nothing about him. I can teach him so he can learn for himself. He did a great job at that. But that's it. You on your own. Handle your business. If you wait for Jesus to come back to save you, you just a damn fool. Moving on, save yourself. Know thyself. That's how you save yourself. Now become your own savior, learn something, become a right thinker, master oneself. We at? And all the acts that you did while you was alive, be they good or bad. These impressions, again, can be good, but positive. Now, just to show you right here, this was the concept. Positive impressions are developed through what? Positive actions by what? Living a life of righteousness, aka Maya, right thinking philosophy, and virtue. Daily. What happens? This implies living according to the precepts of what? The mystical wisdom of what? Being a follower of who? Haru, your higher self. We call that Shimsu Haru and Aset. Remember the Anuian concept? That's Aset, Asar, and Haru. And you are Haru. These actions draw one closer to what? Harmony and peace, thus paving the way to discover what? The self within. They didn't say the self out. They said the self within. The negative, watch this. Now, let me show you the negative, the ignorant religious people, the negative impressions, are developed where? Through sinful, ignorant actions. Again, serving the no nature to them. They getting pleasures, they getting monetary things, they getting whatever they want for that point in time. They ain't thinking about no blessing. They ain't thinking about, no, they not. That's the problem. And watch this, when you do this, they are related to mental agitation. They have disharmony and total restlessness. But this implies that the acts based on their anger, fear, physical, sexual, egoistic desires, greed, led to depression, gloom, etc. See what happens? These actions draw one, what? Into the outer world, the physical world of human desire. I'm human. I'm only human. Yeah, okay. You think that, you act that, you be dealt with in that manner. But this distract what? The mind, and do not allow your intellect. We call that sa. I mean, total understanding, being clear and comprehending what's being presented to you. And because you're ignorant, sa cannot do its function. It cannot give you clarity. It cannot give you comprehension and understanding to what's being presented to you due to your own ignorance. Thus, existence at this level is closer, you ready for this? Closer to an animal. The first monument we made in Egypt was the lion body and the human head. Why? You go from a beastly nature to consciousness, higher self. Why? Other than that, this is what they're showing you. When you don't perform that, you live on outside, functioning your understanding, you exist on the same level as an animal, being based on animal instincts. Okay? Fight, flight, me, and sexual pleasures. And you have desires of the body. You are selflessness. Okay? Rather than to what? A spiritual, mature human being, right thinkers, and all that's based on what? Reasoning, selflessness, compassion, etc. All things that's good. Those will be rewarded. That was light in the heart, okay? Speaking of heart, that's how you, purification of the heart means what? That's how it's possible to what? Eradicate negative karmic impressions. How? By living right, doing right daily. I do it every day. And now you develop what they call positive IRE. Positive action. With positive action, there's a positive reward. If negative action leads to negative rewards, positive got to go the other way. Simple. Yes, that's it. And the answer lies in what? Your daily practice of what? Your spiritual discipline. If you're a Christian, and if you follow the tenets of Christianity, you will be rewarded for that. Why? Because you're doing the right thing. Simple. You can't tell me you follow 10 commandments, you abide by this and don't do a damn thing. You won't be blessed for that. Why? Your actions ain't rewarding. Well, don't worry, you get a visit from karma. Simple. You get what you deserve. And collectively, when you do this collectively, we know it's called what? As right thinking philosophy or yoga. And when you study these teachings, not just study, but when you live according to them, it's a beautiful thing. Why? Because now your mind will undergo a transformation at all levels. You about to become a different person. You about to raise up. And this transformation is what they call the purification of the heart. You can only purify your heart with good deeds. The serpent don't rise, you being ignorant of self. He won't rise. Nope, nope. Good deeds start getting going up. The more you do, the higher he go. The better you do. And when it reach that level, you will know. So often spoken about throughout what? The Egyptian book of coming forth by day, which is what? How to purify the heart, how to act righteous, do right. And it signifies what? An eradication. Oh, nobody's perfect. But you can eradicate negative actions, negative impressions, which render what? Your mind pure and subtle. I can think evil, negative thoughts, but if I block them out, it's no longer a phase I got to worry about. Why? Let that go. Every thought ain't meant to be made manifested. Again, you can think what you want, but when you can control those negative thoughts, we ain't got many of them, that's the devil. If it's negative, that's the devil. Anything in opposition to what's right and divine is devilish. So understand that when you get that concept, you get the concept of what? Do the right thing. It's up to you. But when your mind is rendered subtle, then spiritual realization is now possible. What? You can recognize your true self. And this spiritual discipline of purifying one's heart by what? By living according to the right philosophy, right thinking teachings, is known as what? Yoga of action, aka Maya. I'm dropping the pin on that one. Why? Because I just gave a breakdown of what it's all about. When it comes to karma and reincarnation, you are responsible for what happens to you, even at Judgment Day. Ain't nobody judging you. You gonna judge you. Hope you understand that. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I'm gonna do the yoga, religion, separate lesson. So in closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. I will never know that my right thinkers have passed away. I'll be back. It ain't cold no more. I'm good to go. I'll be right back.